So to get started, just gonna pull this seat off. Pretty easy. I'm gonna pull this plastic off. It comes off pretty easy. You just pop it out right here and it slides right off. Thank you for making that easy. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this side off too. There we go. Notice that the body plastic's broken right here and right here. I've seen it on these before, so it must just be a bad design. I think when you're sitting on it, you're putting weight on it and breaking that. So to get at this carburetor that's down here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these two bolts off, and then we're going to loosen up this hose clamp, and then we're going to disconnect a couple hoses, pop this air box off of the carburetor. So let's get going on that first. Okay, first I'm going to take these hose clamps off. So we'll just pull that back, and I'll take the flathead, just kind of wedge that off. There's one. And there's another one on this side. So again, first thing we'll do is just pull the clamp back, and we'll take our screwdriver. We'll kind of wedge it off. Okay, those are off now. Now we're going to take our socket. We got a number, we got 10 millimeter. And we're going to pop this off. Okay, get those loosened up. Go ahead and spin these off. Okay, keep the washer. One of those. Alright, now we got to get this hose clamp here, and there's a band right here, so we'll take our flathead, loosen this up. We get it pretty loose. Alright, it's pretty loose there, falling around. Now I should be able to just pull this air box right off and out, and there it goes. So here's our air box. Set this out of the way for now. Alright, so now we gotta look at the carburetor. Okay, I'm gonna get this tube out of my way. Again, there's a little band down here. It's kind of hard to get to. Spin this loose. There we go. And this is just going to come right out. Put it in the extra part pile. Okay, so now we can see our carburetor. So we got this little bracket here that's holding it on up top. We got the, you can see the fuel filter right here. So this tube coming in is probably coming right from the fuel tank, and this is our import. Now I'm going to try and take this fuel line off. You can tell it's the fuel line. It's got the fuel filter right here. So this line's coming from the gas tank. This gas tank has about 7 years of old gas sitting in it. Of course the carburetor's probably full of gunk, but I'm going to try to pop this fuel line off, and then I'm going to try to feed it down. I'm pointed at this funnel I got going to a oil pan underneath. We'll see how this goes. So first we're just going to grab this hose clamp here. I'm going to work that back off. Now I'm going to come in with my flathead and pry this hose off. And then we're okay. Here we go. Alright, and just a little bit leaking out. The tank is pretty empty. Guess there's nothing in the tank. So I'm just gonna wedge this hose here. So it's just gonna be leaking into my funnel down there and going into an oil pan I have on the bottom while I do this. Okay, now what we're gonna do is get all of these other hoses off of here. So the next step will be to get these two hoses off. which just should pop right off. There's those. We need to get this one in the back off, and then we'll come and we'll try to get this throttle linkage off. We'll get the throttle linkage off after we pull the carburetor out a little bit. So we're going to get this hose next here. Okay, so now I got to get this hose off. This hose clamp is broken, so I'm just going to kind of grab onto it, wedge my screwdriver in here, grab this hose, just kind of pop this hose off. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take a Phillips and I'm going to loosen this band. It's this band on the carburetor here on the bottom. There's a Phillips. I don't know if you can see this with my camera, but all I'm going to do is loosen this Phillips screw to loosen that band. Okay, that's coming loose pretty easy. I'm going to go a little bit. Alright, now it broke free. As soon as the band breaks free, I usually stop. Okay, we're back with our 11mm socket. We're going to grab these and we're just going to loosen these up. Okay, I busted them free. I'm just going to come and loosen them just a touch. I'm not going to take them all the way off yet. Okay. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to take these screws out that are mounting it to this bracket right here. Careful not to drop these. And then what we'll do, we should be able to twist this thing loose so we can get to those linkage cables. Get those off. Let's get this bracket out of the way. I guess I'll go ahead and take this bracket all the way off for now. At least get it out of my way. Alright, I'll put these back on here before I lose them. Alright, so now this thing should twist free a little bit. There we go. Alright, so let's try to pop it out. Okay, it just came out. So now all we're dealing with is these linkage cables here. Pull this hose back out of my way. Okay, we're going to get our 8mm wrench here and loosen this up. What we're going to do, open this box up, and there should be a mechanism that's holding tension on this line. But I just want to free this up first. There it goes. Okay. Okay, now we got the screw off. Now we're going to open this up. These screws. One. Two. 3. 4. This will come off. Now, this is the little tensioner. What we want to do is pull this back like so, and that'll let us pop this out. So we're going to take a screwdriver and I'm going to wedge this back. Hold it. I'm going to take these needle nose, gently grab this guy. come to the point where this cable is going to come right out, just like that. The cable slides right out, just like that. And you can unwrap it there. Now you don't want to lose this little guy. And this is what we're going to get it back in there. So now the cable will come all the way out. Okay, I just realized after putting all this back together that my footage didn't record this last part. This is the last step of pulling the carburetor out, removing this choke cable. You need a 12mm wrench. Hopefully you have one skinny enough to fit into this corner and actually remove the bolt. I actually ground this one down on the sides to get it to fit. I'm starting to think there's probably some special tool for this, but I didn't have it, so I just made do with what I got. So now we're going to take this choke, loosen it up. Okay, broken free. Now we're going to pull the cable and the spring and the plunger out, just like that. Now we can completely remove our carburetor. And that's it. That's how to get it out.